Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Addie, and today we are back with another speed build. Today we are building a fall house, sort of pumpkin-y inspired. It's very orange in here. So it's actually kind of a big house. It's got a big wraparound porch and um, I think it ends up being like 3 or 4 bedrooms, couple bathrooms. So it's like kind of big. And this roof situation was, um, it was something. It was something. Um, I end up making the front, not the front, the side smaller. And then, like a weirdo, I decide instead of adjusting the porch at the bottom to fit the roof, changed the roof to fit, or changed the roof to fit the porch, which bad idea, just bad idea, but that's what I did. So, and then we've got a chimney over on the side here. Um, It's kind of cute. I ended up really liking it. Um and the lighting on this lot was actually horrible. But I really wanted to build it in Ravenwood um on the Crow's Perch lot. So that's what I did. And I just kind of suffered through it. It's like I said, it's very like orange and yellow, very pumpkin um, kind of vibes. And it is almost limited pack because I decided to do limited pack after I put down the columns and the stone on the fireplace and thus promptly forgot about the columns and the wallpaper on the chimney. So it has only Horse Ranch and Seasons, plus the Get Together column and a University stone. So if you don't have University or you don't have Get Together, you can definitely um, still download this. It'll just not have columns or it won't have the wallpaper. Um, but yeah, I ended up really liking it. And this is what I meant when I said that I adjusted the roof to fit the porch instead of the porch to fit the roof. So I ended up making the whole thing bigger, which honestly kind of ridiculous. Probably shouldn't have done that, but what do you know? Um, so and I probably was able to fit another bedroom because of that, but it's fine. Um, so yeah, we've got only Horse Ranch and Seasons on this build. And it's really I don't know, I really liked building this. Um, I sort of built it with a not with a specific family, but a specific kind of family. I imagined that the parents of this build likely did not have like biological children. I thought that they were more like foster parents. Um, Fostering and adopting is something that's really close to me. Not because I'm adopted or anything, but it's hard to explain in a speed build. Anyway, so I'm just not going to. Um, but um, a lot of foster kids enter the system around the holidays, and then a lot of foster kids end up um, not being able to stay in their foster home through the holidays just because like the foster home has decided for whatever reason that they don't want the kid anymore. Um, Not necessary, or they like, yeah, essentially that they don't want the kid anymore. So they just send the kid to somebody else, um, which is utterly ridiculous because you agreed to take that child in. But anyway, so um, yeah. So as we get to the holidays, I'm probably gonna have a lot of builds like that because that's just something that I find really important. But yeah, so I imagined that they were like foster parents. I do think that they probably have younger kids. So I only decorated for children and toddlers and infants. I didn't decorate for like teenagers, for example. Just because I felt like it didn't really feel right for this house. So you'll see me putting in a bunch of windows now. And I think I end up changing the like the position of these windows just a little bit, but um overall I think it's pretty good in here. I do have a floor plan now. I did kind of talk over that a little bit. But yeah, so you can see that there's three bathrooms, three bedrooms. It's very brown and orange in here. Brown is orange, but yeah. Yeah, so there's a lot of like orangey toned woods um and then we've got like brown floor, brown walls, lots of brown furniture. So I um yeah, I think that this is honestly one of my favorite builds just because it doesn't have that like I don't know, it's fall inspired. I wouldn't say that I want to build something like this again, but I do think that I do like the concept of the build and the fact that like the Sims who live here are not traditional parents. Like the kids in their care are not their kids, you know? Like, yes, to a degree, they are their kids because they're taking care of those kids. But I don't know. I just felt like it was kind of different from what most people assume with the holidays. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, biological family and spending time with like your dad that you hate or your grandpa that you hate or your grandma who's overbearing. And um I just don't think that I didn't want this build to be that. I wanted this build to be more along the lines of sort of like we're all family here, even if we're not family by blood. Um, anyway, I talked over the kitchen layout. Um, it's got this little U-shaped kitchen. There's everything that you need to make it functional: oven, stove, sink, refrigerator. And then I laid out the dining table. That one is from Seasons. It's one of my favorite dining tables, but I don't use it very much because it reminds me of my great aunt's table, and that has a lot of glass, and it's just kind of annoying to eat off of glass. But that one is a single glass pane, and hers is not a single glass pane. It's got a lot of like crevices. Um, so yeah, and then I put a chess table right when you enter the main living space. And then we're gonna quickly do the bathrooms. They're all kind of the same so I probably could have cut them out. I know that a lot of people cut out their bathrooms in their speed builds. Well, a lot of people. I feel like some like it's makes sense that you would cut out bathrooms in speed builds. I don't because I forget. Um, so full transparency there. And then we are moving on to the living room. And the living room was kind of fun. I used the horse ranch chairs and couch set. Um, and then we've got some darker wood accents in here. Um, and I don't know, it just felt, I really liked how it feels very like earthy in this house, and I really liked that. I thought that it was kind of fun. I don't really do more earthy type builds. I am not drawn to them. So when I do end up doing one that has more of like this natural earthy kind of tone to it, I end up really enjoying it because it's different from what I normally do. Normally, I do more stark contrast kinds of things. So lots of black, lots of white. Yeah, I love doing that, but sometimes you need a different thing, and sometimes the holidays kind of get me out of that little funk, and then I start the new year with like this new zealous for whatever kind of build. Like I got really, well, I don't know if I would say that I'm really good at modern builds. I just sort of build. I don't know. I wouldn't say that I have one type of build that I feel like I'm best at. Because I just sort of lean into whatever the house wants to be, which sounds really weird when you say it out loud, but that's how I write, that's how I draw. Like I don't force it to be anything that it doesn't want. Um, but yeah, so we did a um what's it called? We did a playroom at the top of the stairs. So there's a lot of toys up there. There's a cat blarfy, there's a games table, stuff like that. And then in the kids' bedroom, this is where I really started solidifying that I wanted this to be for a foster family. So in the bedroom with for the children, like the age of children of child, they've got a mini fridge in there because if they came from a place where they did not have easy access to food, either like a food insecurity situation or their parents controlled what or where when they eat, um, like can cause like hoarding. So having a mini fridge is a good way to sort of give them a productive way to do that. Um, and then I have a nursery, sort of generic. Um, and I've got a toddler bed and um an infant's crib, and I did not include anything from Growing Together in this build because it's limited pack. I tried to make it limited pack, and then I realized that I didn't quite make it limited pack. So we've got that going for us. And then I'm just kind of adding in some more skill building items for the adults because I have a lot of things for kids in this house, but not a lot of the things for the adults. So I got these from Seasons. They're like some coat hangings, um, which I really like. I wish that they slotted to the wall, but that's okay. And then I will be going through and more decorating. I did decide to decorate the bench as a bench, even though your Sims can't really sit on it. I thought it would be kind of cute to pretend that they could. And then I put some clutter on there just to make it seem like it's not all the same. So I put some robes on here, to pretend they're like coats. The robes are really fun. Um, I really like putting the robes in places that you wouldn't think because, yes, you can tell that it's a robe if you look close, but I don't, I don't know. I feel like if you're not looking too close, you're like, oh yeah, that's just like a whatever it's supposed to be, right? Um, and now I'm going through and putting in the decorations. It's very pumpkin, like I said. So we've got an orange mailbox. I wonder if they have like if they repaint it every season or they just let it, they're just like huge fall fans, and so they just let it be um orange all year round. Lots of trees around here. I got some from Cats and Dogs, which is my bad. Um, so if you download that, if you download this, you will have Cats and Dogs trees. Or if you don't have Cats and Dogs, then you just won't have trees. But I picked them because they were better. I liked that I didn't have to be in fall to place them. Um, so yeah, so that's why I picked them. You will have them if you download this. And then I'm just going through and placing all of my pumpkins at this point because I really wanted a lot of fall decor. So lots of leaves, lots of um, pumpkins, lots of just like seasons stuff. It was at this point in particular that I realized that because I don't have spooky stuff, that I really don't have a lot of Halloween decor because I only have seasons. And I've been contemplating making what like videos about um like in 2025 if they were to stop making packs, which they won't. But if they were to, like, what packs would I go back and mesh together? Um and I don't know. I haven't made it because I legit don't have time right now. I'm working. If I could quit my part-time job and do this as my part-time job, I would. But that's not going to happen right now because I have, oh, life update time. Okay. So, um, I have a lot going on. I got into an argument with a friend that I've known since high school. She is, um, and I've known that she's like homophobic and and racist and all of the bad things for a while, but I don't know. It just like she just told me that um this was last week, but she told me that she now, if anyone has watched my channel for a while, you'll know that I am disabled. And if you haven't watched my channel for a while, well, now you do. Now you know that I am disabled. And she said that people should hire non-disabled people over disabled people for function because it's more functional to have a non-disabled person. And I'm like, okay, but anyone at any time. Okay, if you're not in the disability YouTube space, there's a creator and her name is Molly Burke and she's blind. Um, and she in a lot of her videos, but specifically in one of the ones that she did with Dr. Mike, who's also a creator. Um, she says that the disability community is the only one that anyone can join at any time. All of the other marginalized groups you are sort of born into it. So the queer community, the um, like any other community. Like you're obviously born black, or you're born Asian, or you're born indigenous, or you're born, you know what I mean? But you're born queer, you're born LGBT, but um you're not always born disabled. And so like um so it just, I don't know, it just kind of hurt when my friend said that like that like non-disabled people should be hired over disabled people solely because they are not disabled. And it's solely like out of function and not for any other particular reason, which yeah, so that really hurt. I We've not had a productive conversation about it, so probably we'll stop being friends with her, because if she can't be a good person, I don't want to be friends with her. So that's kind of hard. And then on top of that, I am switching departments in my full-time job. So that's kind of up in the air right now. And then on top of that, there's someone I've known, well, I met in high school, and I haven't talked to since high school, so 5.5, 6 years ago. Um, but yeah, so it's just this person is going through a really rough time, so she's moving in um for a bit. But yeah, so just a lot going on, and yeah, I'm sorry that you had to deal with all of my bullshit. But I'm really excited to transfer departments. I think that it'll be really fun. It seems like it's going to be a better fit. Okay, moving back to the build for a second. Um, I am decorating up here, very fall decor, and the nursery has a dog theme, and the older, if you can hear them in the background, I apologize. And then the older kids have a cat theme. And then I made sure that the older kids had each their own dresser. Um, and then the parents' room is honestly kind of bland, but I feel like they probably don't have a lot of time in there. So I just didn't make a lot of effort for it. And then I'm just going through and the um putting in the curtains and doing some last minute kind of touches. I feel like the curtains made everything significantly better. Um So, yeah, it was just a good time. I really enjoyed building this house. And I feel like it's very fall. Like you can tell that these people are probably very into the holidays. But in particular, they're very into um autumn. So, yeah. I'm finishing that, and then we will be moving outside for a couple of minutes. But I don't think I actually show the backyard too much. I kind of struggled with it. There ends up being, because I didn't really want a pool, because like it's fall. It's probably cold. Do you want to maintain a cold pool? No. Um, Especially if there's leaves falling in it all the time and that sort of thing. So I think I end up putting a grill and these rocking chairs. I end up putting some um picnic tables and a lot of things for the kids. So when you download it off the gallery, it'll kind of be a surprise on what the back looks like, cuz I yeah. So on that note, I am put oh, I also put, that's right. I also put a fire pit and some gardening as well. So, um oh, maybe I actually do show you. Yeah, I think okay. I guess it's so simple that I like just didn't remember that I recorded it. Anyway, so there's some planters, lots of veggies. Over here we've got swing set, we've got monkey bars, a slide for the toddlers. And then over here I have the grill that I was telling you about and some tables. And then over here we've got the um fireplace, the fire pit. Um, I don't know what I put on the end. Oh, I think I just put some more toys out here because I didn't know what else to do. So I just put some toys around and was like, yep, that's good. And then I just put some landscaping because why not? And so I just um we just did it. We just put the put the bush size down and then raised it up. And then I honestly really love how this turned out. I feel like it's actually really cute. There's some lights, and on that note, we are finishing up. I'm just gonna be putting in some terrain paint and stuff. Last minute decor, apparently. And if you liked it, if you would like and subscribe, that would really mean a lot, and I will see all of you next time. Bye now.